So now it is my real honor and privilege to introduce my colleague and friend, Dr. Bill Fulkerson, the Executive Vice President of the Duke University Health System.
This is incredible. I'm just wowed by the reception we've had here this morning. I'm wowed by the presence that you're here. We're thrilled that your board has selected us to be your partner going forward. I want to echo what everyone has said about your board. I met many of the board members in January in Durham, and yes, that was the week after Duke beat Pitt. But the dedication to this process and the commitment to this organization and this community that was evident in everything your board did was phenomenal, and I can't thank them enough, so thank you. Now let me take a minute and introduce the other members of the Duke team. Number one, Jabari Parker. That's wrong. Wrong team, sorry, midday. Dr. Harry Phillips, please stand. Harry is an interventional cardiologist and the Chief Medical Officer for Network Services and Assistant Director at the Duke Heart Center there. Bill stole Dr. Karen Frush, so I won't make her stand again. I just wanted to say she's a Pitt grad, all right? Okay. But her daughter is on the Duke women's basketball team. Paul India. Paul India is Vice President for Network Services at Duke. Cindy Nordland is Patient Safety Officer for Network Services. Sandra Danoff is very familiar with Western Pennsylvania. She worked for UPMC for 20 years before coming to us about a year and a half ago. She's the Senior VP for Strategic Planning and Business Development. There. Lois Prodka is next to her. Lois Prodka is the Senior Director of the Duke Quality Network. And Donna Peter, I didn't forget you this time, Donna, an Assistant Vice President for Network Services. So, Duke and LifePoint, our organizations have been around for a long time. But we came together in a joint venture at Duke LifePoint a little over 3 years ago. Because in working with each other on various projects before then, we began to recognize the real common mission, vision, commitments that we had to patient care. And we felt that Duke and LifePoint together was a marriage with capabilities that were unique in the marketplace. With Duke, we have assets and resources around patient safety, around quality, and around clinical program development and building and expansion that we're eager to work with you and your leadership on. And with LifePoint, you have the financial strength and operational capability, and together, both of us have the same commitment to our patients, as Bill said. So we believe there is tremendous opportunity in what we know about Conemaugh, and we'll learn much more together going forward to really grow services here and give you the resources that you need to continue to do the outstanding job you've been doing going forward. We're very excited about the opportunities to grow. We're very excited about opportunities in education. And we share your commitment to this community, and we look forward to being here with you often and working very hard to make it happen. Thank you very much.
It is now my distinct honor and pleasure to bring to the podium Dr. William Carney. Bill. Bill and Brian Lee were both part of the integration team that you heard of that was involved in every meeting, went to every off-site visit, gave up many hours of their time from their families and their practices to be a part of this decision. So Billy will be talking on behalf of the physician community about the excitement, and Brian drew the short straw. But he'll be around all day, so we want to let Billy talk about his excitement about the partnership. So Billy, thank you.
Uh-oh.
No, you're good. Keep going.
Yes, it's you. And
Perfect.
voila. Well, thank you, fellas. They're all experienced public speakers. I am not. I normally start off with a joke, but today I will not. If you want to catch me, I'll give you a love story joke later on in the hallways. But thanks, Scott. And as a physician and member of the board, I'm honored to be here today, and I share in all the excitement about what this partnership means to our patients and what we can do for their patients. As you know, I'm a fourth-generation surgeon here in Johnstown, personally proud to be here. We did spend a lot of time going out, having them come in and going out and meeting our potential partners, and it was clearly head and shoulders above. Duke LifePoint shares our Conemaug's commitment to the quality of patient care and excellence in education, and Duke LifePoint seems to understand, and I know they understand, Conemaug's dedication to serving our region and improving the quality of life of our patients here in this region. Duke LifePoint offers a unique combination of clinical quality and operational resources that will help strengthen Conemaugh for the future and enhance our health care. We are delighted at the opportunity to participate in the Duke Quality Program. This will link us to Conemaugh's hospitals to all the Duke LifePoint quality and patient safety issues, and this was really number one on our platform when we were going forward. For physicians, this means access to the nation's best practices and clinical protocols, and enhance what we can do for our patients. For patients, number one, for patients, this means you can get your care here in Johnstown, in this region, and close to home and not have to travel anywhere. And I'm very happy for that. Just from today's speakers, you can tell their commitment already. They demonstrated around the country. They're national, and they collaborate with physicians and hospitals and ensuring open communication between the physician leadership and our governance systems. While this announcement is a significant milestone for our healthcare system and our healthcare in our region, it's important for our community to know that patients will not experience any disruption in the care that we provide during this time of transition. Again, I would like to thank all the members of the team that came up to Johnstown today and commit everything they did to our town. Thank you very much. Scott, you can take it over. The pros can come back to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Carney. Fourth generation surgeon in this community. That's what it's all about. So thanks each and every one of you for being here today. We look forward to continuing to develop this relationship. This is just the beginning of the journey. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. It is going to be incredibly energizing for our community, uplifting for our employees, and again, as we've talked about, the best thing that we can do for the patients of this region. Okay? Excellent care, big town medicine in small town America. That's what this is about. We're just at the beginning. There will be lots of questions, lots of information. So the other thing we're excited to announce today, we have developed a new website that will be available to both the internal audiences and the external audiences. So we want the community and all of you to know everything that's going on. We'll continue to add. Your questions will be populated there. And that website is www.conemaupdate.org. And we'll be updating that regularly. So again, this is a commitment to the continuation of the transparency that we've started. Before we finish, I want to again give my sincere thanks and gratitude to the board of directors. This has been an incredible journey, and every step of the way, we've been able to be nimble, be energetic, and be willing to twist and turn with what's happening in the healthcare industry. And with that, there's two other gentlemen that I want to thank specifically as a part of that. When the new Conemaugh Health System was formed just a little over 7 years ago, our first chairman, and he couldn't be here today, I actually had dinner with him last night to share with him all the news in terms of where we are, was Norm Krumenacher. And all the board members know what an incredible job he did in helping us storm and form and create the system at a really interesting time in this community's history. And so I want to thank Judge Krumenacher for all his efforts and energies to help to shape the strategic planning process and his jokes about the journey to systemness as we continued to build our opportunity. Second person that I want to thank is the chairman that took over for Judge Krumenacher, and that was Jim Hargraves. There's not a person that was more dedicated and more energetic to the cause and to this community and to the board. And both of those gentlemen we owe a great debt of thanks to help us being where we are today. So I'd like to thank both of them. Now that we've shared all our news and discussed all the benefits of our new partnership, there's one last piece of official business that we need to discuss today. As our friends have discovered, we are more than just a health system. We are a family. And so on behalf of the Conemaugh Health System, I have a little souvenir to share with our new partners.
That's a large. That's very large.
So we want So as all of you know, those look very familiar, don't they? Those were Christmas gifts a couple years ago. So we also believe in recycling. So we really thank all of you. We're so excited. I just can't tell you, I think you can feel it, how excited we are to make this announcement today and how exciting it is. So at this point in time, I'm going to turn it back to Amy. So Amy, thank you.
Thank you, Scott. So at this time, we're going to open it up to questions and answers from the media. And again, if you'd rather have individual interviews later, we can accommodate that as well. But are there questions from the media? Vicki? Okay, so the question were, what will this mean for the agreement with Somerset, and will there be any employee layoffs?
We've invested $500 million to grow, so there are no employee layoffs planned. And our partners are excited about the relationship that we are developing with Somerset, so that will move forward. As a matter of fact, Mr. Vicker and I are going down to address their board of directors on Monday. So that's an exciting part of this process, so they know of this as part of it. So they will continue as part of the process.
Any other questions? Okay, well then we'll conclude today. Thank you all. What a great turnout. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it.